This topic we're going to discuss with Ashlee Maunz from the Philadelphia Union as HR Generalist is accepting of feedback. This is a tough topic to discuss because many people may not feel comfortable with hearing constructive criticism or hearing positive or negative feedback. So Ashlee's going to take the reins. She's going to discuss what she deals with as an HR Generalist.
Yep, so we at my company, we do annual performance evaluations, and that really will set the groundwork for your next year and really what you've excelled in and maybe things that you need to work on in the next year. And I think it is valuable, especially to myself, to know how the employee is performing and how they think of the supervisor, because an employee's performance really does show on the supervisor as well. And sometimes it's hard even for the supervisor to give critiques, but it ultimately will help you as an employee, future employee or an intern, to get better at your job and just excel within your company. And it's nothing that you should take personal. I think as a business professional, you need to know what you're doing wrong and how you can perfect it. And it really shows well on your company if they're willing to show you that and let you make mistakes and think outside the box. The things you might come up with, ideas and things that might help the company. It might not work every time, but hopefully you're at a company that will not fault you for taking a risk and only help you get better at what you're trying to do.
Sure. So we talked about maybe the uncomfortableness that comes with asking, right, for feedback. Now, sometimes people ask for feedback because they want to hear something positive, but in the event that they hear something negative, right, how do you accept that feedback as an employee, or maybe as a supervisor coming from an intern or an employee?
I think it's really easy to blame other people. I couldn't do this because someone didn't get me this report or something like that. But I hope that when you find a company and you work with your coworkers, that it's a collaborative effort and you work as a team, not just on the field, but us in the office, and helping each other out, not just making yourself shine, but your other coworkers shine as well. So I think any critique that you can get from your supervisor or other coworkers is only going to make you more successful.
Okay, so where's the line between soliciting feedback, because sometimes that could be too much and it could be actually daunting for a supervisor, versus just kind of waiting, being more laid back or reserved, and hoping that the feedback just comes to you?
Yeah, you want to be confident in what you're doing. You don't want to say, ask too many questions or make it seem to other people in your company that you don't know what you're doing. So I would say you want to be confident in your work, and if someone has a critique about it, they would, tell you if they wanted it a different way or there was an easier way to do it, because you want to make sure you're doing everything efficiently and, to the best possible way that you can.
Okay, so just to kind of keep this ball rolling, what is the best way you think someone could accept feedback?
I think maybe, take it back with you. You don't have to maybe reply right away. If it's really bad feedback, maybe come back to your supervisor with different ways that you can improve it, just so that they know you weren't caught off guard too much, or, offended in any way,
Right.
But to keep it a professional relationship and let them know that you appreciate the feedback, and these are the ways that you're going to correct it or, make it better.
Right. So maybe sometimes asking a reflective question, which is like, okay, well, I never thought about things like that, or, thank you, nobody ever pointed that out. And maybe it's feedback that you've heard before, and there's a pattern here that you can maybe learn from. So I think another good thing to point out is that students or interns might say, oh, wait, I'm not like that, and get defensive, but maybe you're saying to be more acceptive of it and just kind of reflect on it.
Exactly.
Okay, so I think that's a great tidbit for you guys to take, and just understand that we're all trying to get better. No one's perfect, but the feedback and accepting of that will help us. So thank you.